So hey guys, what's up? How's it going? This is Willis here with WA Films. Welcome back to another video. Today I have a new video wedding related. One of the most common questions that I always get is how I set up the cameras for the different type of ceremonies that I always shoot. What is it that I typically do during the ceremonies, how I get introductions, how I place my cameras, how many cameras I use. This video is basically for people who is looking to shoot, the first Indian wedding. If you're just looking to get a little more information about what to expect at an Indian wedding. You might be wondering a lot of stuff right now. You might have so many questions at this point, and trust me, that's totally normal. When I just started doing Indian weddings, I used to have so many questions myself. And I remember when I show up at the first wedding that I shot, I was like, what? There was a lot of stuff that unfamiliar to me. But I started learning a little more about the culture, and I ended up loving this type of weddings a lot. That at this point, that's pretty much what I do. Today I'm just gonna be focusing on the ceremony portion, but just so you know, I'm gonna be breaking this video into different parts. This is gonna be part one. I'm gonna be focusing only on Hindu weddings. You have to keep in mind that when it comes to Indian weddings, as I always say, it's gonna be always different type of ceremonies. And today I'm just gonna be focusing on traditional Hindu weddings. And the second part of this video is gonna be focused more on the Sikh weddings and Pakistani weddings. So with that being said, let's jump right in. So the ceremony is gonna always happen the same day at the reception and during the morning. And the reception is gonna be during the evening. So that's kind of like the typical setup that you always get. So get ready for for a lot of hours of coverage. Sometimes if you're lucky, you can have the ceremony at a different day, the day before, and the reception at a separate day, which is actually more convenient. People's not gonna be really tired, so it's good. But most of the cases, you're gonna have the ceremony during the morning and the reception is gonna be during the evening. Now the day of the ceremony, you're gonna see a lot of stuff going on. Typically before the ceremony is gonna be the barat. So by this time, I would recommend you guys, to have everything set up, everything done as far as cameras. It has to be done beforehand. If you don't have cameras set up by the time that the barat is going on, then you're gonna find yourself running right after setting this up. It's not gonna be time. Trust me, everything happens real quick, so you have to be ready by this time. The ceremony starts with the groom entrance. Sometimes there might be other people introduced as well, so all the introductions are gonna happen. So now, camera wise, when it comes to the ceremonies, I'm gonna always have 4 cameras. My second shooter is gonna be getting the introductions. He's gonna be in front of the aisle, getting everybody walking in. Sometimes this is like a medium shot, but sometimes we get close-ups with this angle. So let me just break it down real quick so you guys can see what the camera setup looks like. We have the groom over here, we have the bride here. This is something that always changes. I don't know why. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below. But sometimes the bride is over here, sometimes the bride is on this side. So honestly, I just don't know. We have the fire here, parents, and this is the officiant. Pretty much he's gonna be all the time over here. So the camera setup is gonna be different depending on what's going on. At this point, nobody's gonna be here, just the officiant. So as I was saying before, everything starts with the groom entrance. So depending on what's going on, I'm gonna be moving the camera setup that you guys are seeing over here. So for the introductions, I'm gonna have the camera 8 over here, and this right here is gonna be my camera C. So my second shooter is gonna be shooting from this angle, and this is gonna be camera C. Is gonna be getting a wide shot at the whole walking in. This is gonna be the running right here. I'm gonna be pretty much all the time on the running, getting the introduction. People are gonna start walking then from this direction, and my second shooter is gonna be continuously recording all the introduction. This shot right here is gonna be pretty much like a medium shot, so medium shot or close up sometimes. So all the cameras has to be on the same side, and that was pretty much the problem that we had with the live streaming person who was right over here. So this guy was basically breaking the rule, and he was shooting from here. So that's why you are seeing this guy in all the shots pretty much. That's a really big tripod right there. He was using this tripod right in front of the aisle, and this guy, unfortunately, he messed up some of the shots that I was trying to get. Now, when the groom is on the stage, he's gonna spend some time, you know, they're gonna have like a ceremony which is mainly for the groom. For this specific situations, I'm gonna have 2 cameras only. One camera is gonna be in the middle of the aisle getting a wide shot. Most of the cases, you know, this is gonna be like the safety camera. This camera is gonna record continuously everything. It's gonna get everything that happens throughout the ceremony. The second angle is gonna be focused on the groom. It's gonna be a tight shot, like medium shot, but it's gonna be only focused on the groom. And just so you know, guys, during the whole ceremony, I'm gonna have a camera and a monopod. This camera is gonna be moving around. This is the camera that I call the creative shot. This camera is gonna be moving around, getting detail shots, getting, you know, creative shots, candy shots, reaction shots. This camera is gonna be always moving around. Most of the cases it's gonna be myself who is gonna be getting those shots. Sometimes my second shooter is gonna be also doing this. So this camera is really important, because most of the cases the shots that I get from this camera are going to be the shots that I'm gonna use for the final film. So that right there is gonna be 3 cameras set up for now. This is just for the groom portion. So the second setup is gonna be for the brides walking in. Remember, by that time the groom is gonna be already waiting here. So before the brides start walking in, I'm gonna have another camera right here. Basically, this camera is gonna be focused on the groom. I'm gonna be getting the running shot of the bride walking in, and as soon as the bride gets around here, I'm gonna start following the bride all the way to the mandap. So when the bride reaches the mandap, I'm gonna stay right here recording with the running, and meanwhile my assistant with the second shooter, they are gonna move this camera all the way to the other side right here. And this camera that you guys are seeing over here, like I say, is gonna be recording the whole time, but as soon as the bride gets to the mandap, this camera is gonna be moved over here, right to the center. When this camera is ready, recording is already set up over here, then I'm gonna just put the running back, and I'm not gonna be using it for now. So this is gonna be pretty much the setup for the ceremony. This camera is gonna be recording the whole time. I hope this is not confusing for you guys. I'm just trying to explain as much as I can to give you guys like a general idea about what is it that I do as far as this type of weddings. Now, as you guys can see here, the mandap, sometimes you're gonna notice that at some points you're gonna see a lot of people around here blocking the cameras. So in situations like that, don't be afraid to approach and to tell, some of these people to move a little bit so they are not blocking your main camera. But sometimes, if it gets too messy, if you had to go on the stage and start getting a few shots on the stage, that's totally fine. You are fine with that. So the camera that is on the running is gonna be just for creative shots. Gonna use it for specific moments throughout the ceremony, guys. Now, like I say, the safety camera, which is gonna be the one that is gonna be recording the whole time, is gonna be in the middle of the aisle. This camera is gonna be recording everything. It's gonna be always like a wide shot. And that's basically the camera setup that I use for Hindu ceremonies. That's I don't do anything else. Now, I'm gonna give you a few key moments that you need to keep in mind, guys, because these are like the most important parts of the ceremony. So I'm just gonna give you real quick, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about it. You always gonna see fire in the center of the mandap. So remember, a Hindu marriage is not a contract; it is a sacrament. So the fire is there to as a witness. So make sure to play a little bit with the fire. You can I think that's a good opportunity for cinematographers to get a slow motion shot perfect. So make sure to get like really closer shots at the fire. Something really important, guys, that happens is that at some point during the ceremony, the couple is gonna walk 7 times in circle around the fire. So during that time, it's another great opportunity and for you guys to be creative. What I typically do, I'm gonna be on the running, getting different angles of the walking around. But I'm gonna have my second shooting getting me a few closer shots. Now the bride's gonna be throwing rice into the fire, so that's also really important, guys. You can have different shots of those moments. She's gonna do that multiple times, so I think that's another opportunity for you guys to also get those shots as well. Something else that is gonna happen is gonna be a couple showers one another with rice. This symbolizes fertility, prosperity, and happiness. So that's another ritual that I typically do. It's very fun. So this is a good moment for you guys to move your cameras, because there's gonna be a lot of movement. They're gonna be throwing rice. Make sure to get a lot of reactions, because like I said, this is a very fun moment. Another important moment is gonna be the red powder that is applied to the bride's head. That's another moment that you need to get as well, and this is something that is applied by the groom. So just make sure to get a few shots at that specific moment so you don't miss anything. And at the end, it's gonna be the exit. Don't look for the kiss. Indian couples, they don't kiss each other at the end of the ceremony, so it's not part of the tradition. As soon as I know that the ceremony is over, I'm gonna have my running ready to get the exit shot. Now, something else that happens right after the exit is gonna be the bidai. The bidai is a very emotional moment. Always you're gonna see a lot of people crying during that time. The bride is saying goodbye to her family. The bride is basically walking, and she's gonna start throwing rice over her head. She leaves her home to start a new life. So it's a very meaningful moment that is important to capture, and that right there is gonna be the end of the ceremony. And just so you know, guys, a ceremony like this, it can last for as long as 2 hours. Sometimes it can be less, hour and a half, sometimes a little longer, but it's gonna be a long ceremony. If you're looking to shoot your first Indian wedding, you should be fine. You just have to be prepared and ready to shoot at all time. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and that's the end of the video. I'm gonna be releasing the second part very soon. I'm gonna be talking about 6 ceremonies, you know, totally different. The setup is different, the type of ceremony is different. So I'm gonna be showing you specifically something related to that specific type of ceremony, so stay tuned for that. With time, I'm gonna try to break down every part of the day. I'm just gonna start with the ceremony, but eventually I'm gonna show you guys the lighting that I use for ceremonies, for a specific weddings. I'm gonna show you guys the speeches setup. I'm gonna show you guys you know, different parts of the day through different videos. I'm gonna try to put this together as soon as I can, but I'm gonna try to give you guys a little more content as far as weddings, so stay tuned for that. I'm gonna also make another video, like a separate video, just for traditional American weddings, Catholic ceremonies, traditional ceremonies, you know, like what's the camera setup that I always do. So I'm gonna try to create this series of different type of videos, focus on, you know, different type of ceremonies. You know, let me know if you guys want to see something specifically as well. You know, if you guys want me to talk about a specific topic, you know, just let me know. If I had the time for it, I'll be more than happy to, you know, to make the video for you guys. And again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.